Hello everybody and welcome back down for the Sunday look at what's growing on here. Still got quite a ways to go until proper outdoor planting, but you know, sometimes when I'm down here with all of these plant starts, I just don't care quite as much. I feel like I'm doing alright down here. I also feel like I'm being spied on. Something you want to say to everybody, Gordon? Are you supposed to be down here? Aren't you supposed to be up the stairs? Get up the stairs! Get up the stairs! Go! Go! Because you're told! Ugh. No respect. Yet, I'm not even going there. So I guess we'll start this week's look around over by the stairs so I can keep an eye on Mr. Gordon over there. But these are two 5000K bulbs that I've got, both LEDs. Right now, Matchbox back here is doing alright. Need to shake him out over the fish tank, of course, but Crimson Red back here is doing alright. Scrappa's Siberian Home, and that cat. You see that tail? What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? This is the story of my life with this cat. Dude, I'm trying to show people the plants. Because they want to see the plants. Can I just do this, please? Well, now that we've got this guy back where he belongs, let's take a look at some of the plants that are going on up here. On the top of the fridge we have... Oh, this poor Astrid has been so victimized by that cat. It was looking great a couple of days ago. He climbed up on top of the bookcase. I'm hoping he won't attack it on the fridge. We'll see. Got a couple of interesting little trees back here that Shock's rescued. Apparently they were on some sort of discount. She believes they're, would you say some sort of palm?
I think so.
Perhaps some sort of palm. If you recognize this tree, let me know. I'd love to have more information. Apparently I can play with one of the plantings. They're both pretty crowded up there. This thing that I'm calling the lawyer's lobby seems to be doing well. The kitchen windowsill garden is coming along quite nicely. It's definitely time to transplant this poor coffee tree, but that can be said about so many of them. The mint cutting is doing incredibly well. We've got basically a double cup system going on here. Nice root growth coming out of the bottom of that. What's interesting though is that the roots on this mint are nice and thick, and it's putting out lots of little runners that would take over anywhere in the soil. But the catmint over here, aka catnip, has got a much finer root on it, and it has gone absolutely insane with root growth, all in that little soup mug. But no runners on this one. So, same general species, but some definitely different behaviors. Got a little basil, two basils here actually that I was thinking about perhaps transplanting into that soup mug. Another mint that needs to find somewhere else to be. Nice sturdy little guy though. I think this dark opal basil is probably too big to transplant into there, but I thought it would have looked nice, you know, mint, basil, mint, you know. Yeah, anyway, so back to the dungeon. Alright, so before we got distracted by the cat, I believe we had taken a quick look at the things under these 5000K LEDs. Always adding more things to it. A little bit of kale, one of the Sugar Rush creams. Nice little red demon there. Still nothing sprouting up in these. I'm gonna have to give up on them soon because I need the cups. But I would really rather see things sprout than see it all get tossed. Got a few seeds here I saved from some of the hanging peppers. That was shishito there, and I think this is the candy apple. I want to get some of these planted. It's one I bought at one of the box stores in town. In the cat protected zone here, as he stares at me through the stairs, Rosemary's doing quite well under this particular light spectrum. This one spider plant seems to be just loving life. This is a little cutting I took from the Astrid prep upstairs. Enjoying a much safer existence down here. Got that black lace elderberry back there. I don't know if that thing ever is going to get planted outside. The one coffee tree that's been lucky enough to get transplanted, the old growth on it doesn't look great, but the new growth looks fantastic, so I'm just going to assume everything's coming along for the best there. Got another nibbled on Dieffenbachia. You You know, these things are supposed to be poisonous to pets. You'd think he'd know better. Eat one, get sick, be done with it. But no, not this guy. No, the next leaf won't make me feel bad. Yeah. Cat's crazy. You know what's sad is I've gotten to a point where this spray bottle is kind of on the ready so I can shoot him on the stairs. Weaponized water works every time for at least 2-3 minutes. Alright. It's crazy what I gotta do with this cat. Over here I'm starting to have some issues with the table itself. It's definitely sagging in the middle. So I may, as I said, I think the other day, be bringing in an old door and just kind of put it on here. That's okay, because I kind of need that door handle for the basement door anyway. That catmint is not looking too great. Might be time to water that one. Got another coffee tree in the back there. A little super chili, seems to be doing alright. I think my policy of keeping things drier has helped with a lot of the different plants I've got going here. But at the same time, with those larger containers, I just flooded everything. Been very minimal with my water on the mint here and the sage in the background. Seems to be doing alright. I've cut that back and taken some upstairs and then turned it so it's kind of looking a little scraggly, but at the same time it's got some nice growth on it. Maybe it's just time to clean it up, take the shears to it, get rid of this dead stuff. All good starter for that worm bin / compost tote, whatever it's going to be I've got going on there. One of my little red Russian kale transplants from yesterday. The other sugar rush cream. High hopes for those peppers. Too bad I keep knocking over the containers. That poor tomato has taken so much abuse. Got a little chocolate naga brain back here. This label keeps falling off though, so I might have to do something different about that. Tuck it on the back for now, I guess. Some flowers starting on this sweet mini bell. There's flowers starting on everything, and I suppose a lot of people would be just cut them off, let it grow. But I'm so hesitant to do that because the season is so short here. Now, a lot of nice flowers opening up on this matchbox. Still don't know what's going on with this one in the middle. Kind of looks like might be a pepper. I don't know. Really productive little plant though. Checking out this. What is this? Grandpa's Siberian Home. See how the roots are doing. I'd say that's doing fairly well. Doing fairly well indeed. Alright. So yeah, things under this particular LED seem to be doing well-ish. The aphids are still around, but they're fairly in control. This nasturtium has been great for that. They just flock to it. Not a lot on it at the moment, but it'll definitely provide a nice treat for the fish when that time comes today. All my transplanted tomato starts seem to be doing pretty well under these little strip LED lights. Punky was asking how warm these things get. They get, you know, kind of warm-ish. I wouldn't leave paper on them or mount them on cardboard or anything, but these should be okay. Mounting these on just about anything. These pipes have been just fine for years. I mean, it's the silliest little thing I ever have done, but they move pretty easy. It's been fairly durable. It has worked out well. I mean, this lettuce is sure loving it. I think these are 6500 Kelvin. Let's grab that strip here. What does it say? White, warm white, doesn't really say. Yeah, anyway, I'm pretty sure these were 6500K. The ones I've got coming are 6000. So there'll be a subtle variation in the spectrum, somewhere between this light and that light. Either way, plants should do just fine. And it's going to be mostly for sprouting, I think. So that's kind of the purpose of what I want the AeroGarden for, is for sprouting more difficult seeds. Which brings us back to this. A whole collection of seeds that have been quite difficult for me. Grr. We took a pretty decent look at the table here yesterday, but so far things are progressing. That one little strawberry potential I don't think is a strawberry. It kind of looks like the little random things that have been popping up in a few of these cups. So, yeah, not holding my breath on that one. I did, however, notice Billy Goat has sprouted up and needs to throw its seed casing. But we've also got one up here in the Lightning Habanero mix. That'll be interesting. It's always kind of fun when you're planting mixed seeds. You're not quite sure what you're going to get. Up here on the Euro Grower and in the Euro Grower, the Ahi Panic is just doing so much better since they just put fish in there. Really, oh, I wish I could have saved the other peppers that were in here. Definitely getting on time to lift this light up a little bit there. The green onions are quite content. But I've probably mentioned before, green onions and aquaponics is just a really, it's a good combo. And my little dill and my leeks here that I still haven't transplanted. Nothing coming up in the lovage seeds yet, which is sad, but it's how it goes in the garden. A little acorn squash. These things are coming along so slowly, I'm seriously considering starting the rest of my squash varieties now. Because if that's how slow it's going to be, it's going to take forever. I just don't have time for that outside. Got a couple more of the Dino Kale seedlings here. They seem to be doing well. Tried to space them out a little bit so they'll be easier to transplant. I'm going to try and put a bunch of kale out basically as soon as the weather gets more manageable. And or I've been seriously thinking about building a cold frame or two. All the remnants of the tomatoes that I transplanted seem to be doing fairly well. That one Indigo Rose that had me so worried, doing just fine now. Move the chard into here with them as well. Not doing so well in the overly cramped planting, but that one that's on in with all the peppers there, it's got some pretty nice growth on it. This little dark opal basil not growing quite as well as I'd hoped since I put it under this light, but can't win with everything. Mint cuttings, as always, mint cuttings do great. That's why I encourage all new gardeners grow mint. Now you see that one chard up on the top right there, or middle right, not looking so great. The one on the bottom seems to be doing much better. A little concerned for this tomato. We'll see. Give it time. Bush beefsteak, yeah. It's at the end of the light, so it's probably not getting the best quality there. It's apparently the best light with these fluorescences in the middle. Makes total sense. Everything in the middle is doing fantastic. But yeah, a little worried about these two end pots, really. Kind of curious to see what that is. That looks like it might be cocoon stage on some form of ladybug. So that'd be great. Weird little shell casing. Moving down from there, we've got the fish. Accidentally scooped up one of the dark ones when I was doing a quick cleaning earlier. Felt so bad about that. But found him in time, got him back into the water. Still 21 for 21. Haven't counted in a while, but no floaters, so odds are good. And that leaves us pretty much with this other funky LED light. The oregano is doing great down on that bottom shelf. It's all turned towards the light, lots of new growth on there. It's kind of exciting. Apparently that's a good spot for it. Still looking for some decent growth out of this yellow scorpion. Not really dying, but not really thriving. Nothing popping up on my sand dollar yet. I think, well, you know, I think it had a good run. I'm glad to have fresh ones on the go. Sugar Rush Red. Kind of looks like it might be dying off since the transplant, but there's also a few spots where there might be some fresh growth. I'm just going to have to wait it out on that. Sell Oro to Ecuador, though. Lots of healthy green on here. I see the ladybugs on it from time to time, so they're helping me out. Which is good because that's another one of the seed varieties that just hasn't sprouted for me this year. So I'm really glad to see this thing's doing well. Turn my back for 5 minutes. Gordon, get out, out. Dude,
Well, I apologize for the somewhat distracted update today. That cat is in a mood. He's just got me running all over the place. I keep losing track of where I'm at, but I think we pretty much covered everything that's going on down here. And yeah, tomorrow I am not planning a regularly posted video. It is a Monday. It is a me day, so I will take that one. And I guess I will get back to you guys on Tuesday. All right, have an absolutely great weekend, everybody.